Hello, sweet friends, and welcome to Carol's Craft Cottage. I have a project share today for you using Scrapdiva Designs dies, and this was a fun die to play with and see what I could come up with different things for it. So let me go ahead and share with you the website where you can purchase these dies. It's of course from Erica at Scrapdiva Designs, www.scrapdivadesigns.com. Please use Carol 10 at checkout for 10% off your order. So let me go ahead and go over the dies with you. We have this Peppermint Mini Album die, and it comes with everything you need to make a peppermint. And it also comes with a smaller peppermint, and you'll see what I did with those in my mini album. This is a fun die. I'm going to use the small peppermints again, so you'll be seeing this another time later on. I also used the peppermint words, and there are a lot of great words in this set. I had gone over this before, but it says wishes, kisses, holiday, peppermint, everything, Christmas, holiday cheer, winter, and sweet are the words that are in this die set. And this again is called the peppermint words, and the font on that is really pretty. The next thing I used was in my shaker. I used the Christmas shaker plates, and these are terrific. I used this one right here with the snowflakes, and I cut it out on some white glitter paper that you can get at Walmart, and it's kind of like a plastic, and they popped right out of the paper. These snowflakes did. So this was a well-designed shaker plate that I really love. So I'm going to be using the mittens, the hats, and the trees at another time. And I know I'll use the snowflakes again because I had more snowflakes left over. So yeah, I highly recommend this for shaker material. All right, the next one that I used was this mini scalloped envelope set. And I used the biggest one in this set. And I plan on using this die again as well, because these are really cute. And I'll show you how I used it in my mini album. The next thing we have are the Christmas words, and there's a lot of lovely words in here. You get, and again, these are beautiful fonts. You get Christmas, bright, joy, bells, believe, jingle, Santa, and Mary. So you can make several phrases with those. And my always go-to for tags is this Scalloped Tag Set from Scrapdiva Designs. It has the stitching and the scallops, and it always makes a beautiful tag. And last but not least, to make the little baskets that you see in the background, I use the 3D paper cake die set. Now, I'm going to recommend that even if you never make a 3D cake, that you purchase this die just for these right here, because it will make your life a whole lot simpler. And the great thing is, the longer you need, the more you can attach these pieces to it. So for this project, I only used this one right here. So let me go ahead and pull my basket close so you can see that. So I did put a little handle here, as you can see. I could have put it on the inside, but I decided to put it on the outside, as I might put a snowflake here. I'm not sure yet. But this particular die right here will cover, and I'll pull the peppermint out. So when you're making this little basket right here, and it is adorable, it's just so stinking cute. What you're going to do is you're going to take this piece right here and cut it on your paper, and then just cut this little flap off. You do not need that. And what you do is you take it, once you fold those little edges down, you line it up right here, and then you form it around this circle here, and you stop on this side, and you might have to take maybe 1/4 of an inch off of this piece right here, but not any more than that. It usually fits pretty good. So you get like a half of a circle around here, which is perfect for making this basket. So as you can see, the way I created mine is I did not want my basket to have two of these. I didn't like the way it looked with the 2 pieces sticking out. So I decided, when I look at peppermints and they sit on the table, they're a little bit rounded over. So I wanted mine to look like that. So I came up with this style basket. You can see right here, that's 1 inch wide. And I did use the peppermint pieces. They're on the inside. Let me see if I can take it out real quick. I used 1 for one, and I used 1 for the other, and you'll see it also in my mini album. So what I'm talking about are these pieces right here. So when I was creating my little basket, I cut this out, and this does not stick together. You have to glue them yourself. So I cut this out on gold paper, and I also cut it out on some 2mm foam, because I wanted it to pop off the top of the box. And the same thing with this one. I cut this on silver, and I cut it out on 2mm foam, so I got dimension. All right, and there's the word peppermint. This die is from my stash, and these poinsettias were created from a die from my stash as well. And you can see I put little diamond dots around the outside of my peppermints to give them a little sparkle. And I think this is just adorable. Let me turn it around. So what I have are the 2 full pieces. I'm sorry, I have 1 piece of the peppermint, and this one is a little bit bigger than this side right here. And then I used this stitch die right here to glue on top of my half circle. So you can see right here what I did. And I did cut paper to cover the inside, so it's nice and sturdy. All right. So that turned out really, really cute. I love this little peppermint box. You could put hot chocolate in here with a candy cane and a little hot chocolate spoon. It'd be adorable. And then the next one I have is a pink one that I did. And this one says Sweet Wishes, which is from the Peppermint Words, I think it was. Yeah, it's the Peppermint Words. The snowman is a die from my stash. And this one here, I did put little snowflakes right there. And since this was pink with silver, I made the silver swirl in the middle, which I had just explained to you. I used this right here, cut that on the silver, and then popped it up on 2mm white foam. And that is adorable. I love this. See how the inside is covered? You just use the dies that come with this peppermint die. So there's a lot of things you can do with this die besides make it a mini album. I just love it. I think this is adorable. Very cute for a little gift giving item. I love gift giving containers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my mini album. Let me push this out of the way here. It wants to lean right now. There we go. So here is my mini album, and I did make a shaker on the front. I used a very old Michaels Just Say Freeze paper pad. It's one of my all-time favorite paper pads. If you look back in my videos, you will find a loaded envelope that I made with this paper pad before, and it's still one of my favorites to this very day. And if you look on the inside, you can see those snowflakes that are from the Christmas shaker plates right there. Plus I put some other beads and sequins in there with it. And I just cut this snowman out of the paper. And of course this word sweet is from the Peppermint words. And I made mine with a gusset, okay? So that my mini album is not attached with rings or anything like that. Mine has the gusset on the top. And this is 1 3/4 inches wide. And this piece is 1 1/2. And all I did was start at, put my paper in lengthwise, and I scored it at 1 1/2 inch, and then I scored it 1/4 inch after that. So it'd be 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2, 1 1/4, 2 1/4. Oh my gosh. So it's 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 1/4, 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4, and so on for how many pages you want. So my intention was to only do 5 or 6 pages in this mini album, but I ended up with 7. I guess I was having too much fun and I just kept scoring. So for how many pages you want, you need, let's see, you need 3 scores for each page that you want. Starting with 4 scores for the first page, and then 3, 3, 3, 3, and then the last one would be 4 as well. You count your pages as you score along. So you just have to watch it when you're making that gusset. And then you would attach each page to the 1/4 inch gusset on the top. So my pages are sandwiched. I did my album in craft, and I mounted on each side the designer paper, if you understand how that goes. So this is the first page. And here we go to the second page. And again, these images are all from that Just Say Freeze paper set from Michaels. And I just put some stickles on it to sparkle it up. And to create your little pockets to put tags in, you're just going to use the dies in that set and cut one out with the stitching, and then just cut it in half and place it on top of your peppermint to create a little pocket, as you see here. So I have a little pocket, and there are some borders in my set, so I put that on top of this half a page. And these are cutouts from the paper pad. Aren't these snowmen just adorable? This is White Christmas, and then you got this one here. So I have these tags in this pocket. And then I used just the plain dies in the peppermint set to make some little, cards that open up. I'm trying to pull it off here. So you can see this one right here opens up so that you can put 2 pictures on the inside. And the way to create this is to take a piece of paper that's will fit this width, and then you want double the length, and you fold it over, and then you just put it on top of the paper like this. As you can see right here, you would put it on top of the paper and leave just a little space on the top and cut it so that it will create one of these that opens up. And here I have the word believe from the, let me see, that one is the Christmas Words #2 set. And you can see here I put the peppermint pieces on top of this little opening card. For the next page, I used the mini scalloped envelope set, which you see here. And this says holiday wishes. I tried to use the words to make a phrase. And this is from the, let's see which one this is from. This is from the Peppermint Words. It has holiday and wishes in it. And see how cute those snowmen are? These are all cut out of the paper. There are several sheets of paper. I don't know if anybody has that still or not, but there's several sheets that have snowmen that you can cut out. So inside my little scalloped envelope, I have these cutouts from the paper collection that fit perfect in there. There was this one, and then I just cut a extra one out of some extra paper that I had laying on my work table. And they just fit right in here. I did put a little Velcro closure on this one because this album is so small. I can't leave this envelope open, so I have it shut. And again, this is another one that opens up that so you can put pictures in there. Then we have the next page, and this is another little pocket with a Santa on it. And we have Jingle Bells. That is from the Christmas Words #2. And I put some more cutouts from the paper in here. This one says, it's a little tag that says Snowy Days, and this one says Frosty Friends. It's cute, isn't it? This paper is amazing. I still have quite a bit left in my pad, so you might be seeing some more of it coming up. All right, and the next thing we have is these two pages right here. This, of course, is cut from the paper, and I have Merry Christmas, and that is from the Christmas Words #2. And I cut out the scalloped tags from Scrapdiva Designs. I cut out several. I think I've got 3 here, and I put a brad on the top. And I just like to, so it looks pretty, I like to fan it out. Just like that, just a little bit, and stick it behind the snowman. Isn't that cute? And I did not glue all of Mary down so it could go in the back like that. It looks so pretty. I love it. So on this side, I have another pocket. And in the pocket, I took the small peppermint die and I made these. And I think this is adorable. This is going to be cute to put a little picture on the back, you know, like my granddaughters. So again, I cut these little snowmen out of the paper, and I did it this way just to frame them, to give it a little perspective, little interest. I could have made shakers, but I didn't want it too thick to go into this little pocket right here. So fun. This was so fun to make. A lot of tedious work, but it came out really cute. So on this one here, again, I have an opening part here. And all I did was I used craft paper for this one and made this one, and I cut this from the paper. So this has so many different ways to use these circles to get the most out of your paper. You see, I don't have the full snowman in this, but it's cute. I needed to have the So Very Merry in there, and I think that's adorable. On this side, I have a little envelope, the die that I have in my stash that it makes like a little pocket. And again, I cut this snowman out of the paper, and I have 3 little tags in here, and I'll show you. And I see I had some glue that must have stuck there. I'll fix that. So this is how cute this is with the little snowman. I have another one and another one, really cute. And they just I like to stack them so that they have all the little pieces like peeking in the back, and it all coordinates and it's beautiful together. And I just stick them in this little pocket. And you can see I do have a lot of pages in this small mini album, and it's not too thick. I kind of kept everything pretty thin, not a lot of embellishments on the inside. So here again, I have another half pocket with a border from the paper. This just gives you some ideas what you can do with your borders and things like that as well. And I have two scallop tags, and I also have this tag from the paper with the snowman on it. And he just goes in there like that with the two tags, really pretty. And then last but not least, I have this page right here, which has a tuck spot behind this snowman to place a picture. And you can see on some of the pages I did put diamond dots, and some I did not. I just did what I felt I needed to do when I was creating this mini album. And here's the back of it. I just think it's adorable, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing this and that you get to make one for yourself as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your visit. I'm still working in the craft room, and the project I'm working on now will, when I show it to you, will give away where I was this past Columbus Day weekend. And I will be sharing with you soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to share it with you. It surprised me when I was away. I kept some things, and I says, I got to try this. And I've already cut out a couple pieces, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is good. So anyway, that's a little teaser. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, thank you for joining me. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye-bye.